The Smart Hub. The Smart Hub lets you manage all aspects of your utility online or from your mobile device, providing easy account access and detailed information on payment history and more. It's easy. Just visit www.ieca.coop, then you create your account and even download your new app. If you have any questions about the new Smart Hub, call Intercounty Electric at 866-621-3679, and they'll be happy to assist you in getting set up today. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Outside our studios, currently we have cloudy skies. Now for your forecast, well, we expect some rain before 4 p.m., then rain and sleet between 4 and 5. Then rain possibly mixed with snow after 5 p.m. Chance of precipitation today is 90%, with total daytime snow and sleet accumulation of less than a half of an inch being possible. Temperature will be falling to around 34 by 5 p.m. with southeastern winds 17 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 36 miles per hour. And our wind chill value today is as low as 23 degrees. Tonight, we expect rain, possibly mixed with snow, becoming all rain after 7 p.m. Chance of precipitation tonight is 100%. Now, little or no snow accumulation is expected. Temperature will be rising to around 39 by 3 a.m. We'll have southeasterly winds 9 to 18 miles per hour, becoming southerly after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 36 miles per hour tonight. And wind chill values will be as low as 23 degrees. Tomorrow, rain and snow, becoming all snow after 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Chance of precipitation is 80%, and new snow accumulation of less than a half an inch is possible. Temperature will be falling to around 31 by 5 p.m. Will be breezy with southwesterly winds 9 to 14 miles per hour, becoming westerly 16 to 21 miles per hour during Tuesday afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 34 miles per hour, and our wind chill value on Tuesday will be as low as 18 degrees. Tuesday night will be cloudy, but gradually become partly cloudy with a low temperature around 18 degrees. We'll have breezy wind conditions with westerly winds 21 to 26 miles per hour, decreasing to 13 to 18 miles per hour after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 38 miles per hour, and our wind chill value Tuesday night will be as low as 19 degrees. Wednesday, we expect sunny skies with a high temperature near 44 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at 10 to 17 miles per hour, becoming southerly during Wednesday afternoon, and winds could gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Wednesday night will be mostly clear with a low around 25. Then Thursday will be mostly sunny with a high near 47. Thursday night, showers are likely mainly after midnight, with mostly cloudy skies, low around 27. Then Friday, rain showers likely before noon, then snow showers likely. Will be mostly cloudy on Friday with a high temperature near 39 degrees, and we'll have breezy wind conditions. Friday night, a chance of snow showers before midnight with mostly cloudy skies, low around 11 degrees. Will be breezy again Friday night, as well as on Saturday when we're partly sunny and have a high temperature near 27 degrees. Saturday night should be mostly cloudy with low temperature around 7, yes, I said 7 degrees. Then Sunday, partly sunny with a high temperature near 24 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update, brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Receive Brownfield's latest national and state news, markets, and weather in your email inbox. Sign up for Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter at brownfieldagnews.com. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Like many of the people my age who grew up on family farms in the Midwest, I moved away from my home state years ago to make my place in the world. Even at 50 plus, I still get a wave of homesickness from time to time. It's more about the people than it is about the place, but the farm where I grew up holds a very special place in my heart. Like many of the people my age who grew up on family farms in the Midwest, my childhood was idyllic. My parents worked hard, and there were times we did without things we wanted, but I never remember needing anything. If my siblings and I were cold or hungry, chances are it was because we were engaged in building a snow fort or sled riding or playing some dreamed-up game. We had the chance to let our imaginations run wild without the help of an Xbox 360 or even a Wii. We had the chance to be kids. How many of you think of home as the place where you learn to ride a bike, drive a tractor, work cattle, or sort hogs? My parents put down roots in a community and stayed there. I've moved around some in my adult life, but have always felt grounded, knowing where home is. I hope that those of you with children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, or, like us, have other people's kids, are taking advantage of the opportunity your farmstead provides to show those children the meaning of home. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and that's my 2 cents.
If a baby is giggling in the back seat, they're probably happy. If a baby is crying in the back seat, they're probably hungry. But if a baby is sleeping in the back seat, will you remember they're even there? When you're distracted, stressed, or not usually the one who drives them, the chances of forgetting them in the back seat are much higher. It can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot fast and can be deadly. So get in the habit of checking the back seat when you leave. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Do you know who some of the most avid readers of Cardinals Magazine are? It's Cardinal alumni. Our former players tell me time and again that Cardinals Magazine is one of their favorite ways to stay connected to the birds on the bat.
And you know, Ricky, I've heard the same thing. They feel like they're still coming to the ballpark each day when they're enjoying the impressive lineup of feature stories in every issue of Cardinals Magazine.
Cardinals Magazine helps you really get to know the current players, not only their stories in uniform, but who they are off the field and how they got to where they are.
And it doesn't stop with the stories on current players. No one does a better job giving fans a truer picture of everything happening on the field, inside the ballpark, and all over Cardinals Nation. Even stories on our Cardinals alumni.
Join our former players who enjoy the classic coverage of Cardinals Magazine. Subscribe for yourself and your favorite fan at cardinals.com/magazine or 314-345-9000.
Cardinals Magazine. It's all here.
A slow Monday for both direct cash cattle business and cash hog trade. Hello, I'm Megan Grabner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity is typically quiet. Buyers and sellers are preparing for the upcoming week. Look for significant trade volume to hold out until at least midweek or later. A quick summary of last week's business. There was a light trade in the north on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, with most deals marked at $275 dress. That's $2 higher than the prior week's weighted averages. The bulk of business in the south took place on Friday, with live deals marked at mostly $173, a dollar higher than the previous week's business. Box beef is mixed at midday with light to moderate demand for light offerings. Choice up $1.18 at $278.34. Select is a dime lower at $259.43. At the Fort Pierre Livestock Auction in South Dakota last week, there was good to very good demand for the day's offering of calves and old crop yearlings. Flesh conditions ranged from light-fleshed, hay-fed cattle to moderate-fleshed, backgrounded cattle. There was a very nice offering of attractive steers and heifers, and several consignments were offered in multiple loads. The USDA says most of the day's offering consisted of calves that had been fully vaccinated and weaned from 45 to 60 days. Medium and large one feeder steers, 608 to 639 pounds, brought $271.50 to $301. Feeder steer 703 to 740 pounds, brought $254 to $277. Medium and large one feeder heifers, fancy 672 pounds, brought $270.50. Cash hogs had no comparison at midday with very light negotiated purchases. The impending weather could have processors reluctant to do any significant business at the start of the week. In addition, supplies of market-ready hogs are ample, and processors don't have to get aggressive in their procurement efforts and bid up to move needed numbers. Demand for U.S. pork has been relatively strong on the global market, but there are long-term concerns. The 5-day rolling average for the National Daily Direct is $44.98. It's at $45.59 for the Iowa-Minnesota region, and the Western Corn Belt's 5-day rolling average is $45.41. At Illinois, slaughter-sow prices were $1 lower, with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $27 to $39. Bears and gilts were steady, with moderate demand for moderate offerings at $25 to $35. And pork values are $1.04 higher at midday at $85.24. I'm Megan Grebner, Brownfield Ag News.
Portable generators are a reliable backup power source, but they can be deadly if not used properly. To avoid carbon monoxide hazards, only operate generators outside, away from doors and windows, and install a carbon monoxide detector as a precaution. Before using a generator, be sure to educate yourself and others to ensure safety. Keep safety first, always. We are Missouri's electric cooperatives. Learn more at membersfirst.coop today.
As winter sets in, the Missouri Fertilizer Control Board encourages producers to talk with their ag retailer about soil testing for the upcoming cropping season. Analyzing your soil needs and establishing a nutrient management plan ensures nutrients are applied at the right rate, improves yields, and maximizes your budget. Learn more at mofcb.com today. That's mofcb.com.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary Midday Livestock Report. It's now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that would take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Jeffrey Allen Schrock of Salem, age 16, passed away Saturday, January 6th at St. Louis Children's Hospital. Funeral services for Jeffrey Schrock will be at 10 o'clock Wednesday morning in the New Harmony Church. Visitation will be held from 6 to 8 p.m. tonight, then from 2 until 4, and from 6 until 8 Tuesday at the Salem Christian Brotherhood. Burial to follow in the Salem Mennonite Cemetery. And all arrangements for Jeffrey Allen Schrock of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Patricia Lucille Gibbons, age 77 of Salem, passed away Sunday, January 7th. Funeral services for Patricia Gibbons will be at 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends will be on Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Wilson Mortuary. Burial will be in the North Lawn Cemetery. Memorials may be made to help with final expenses. Envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Patricia Lucille Gibbons of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Dan Walter Halbert of Steelville passed away Friday, January 5th at the age of 90 years. Funeral services for Dan Halbert will be Thursday afternoon at 1 o'clock at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Visitation for family and friends of Dan Halbert will be from 5 to 8 p.m. Wednesday evening at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home. Entry will be in the Cherryville Baptist Cemetery, Cherryville. And all arrangements for Dan Walter Halbert of Steelville are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Ruby Evelyn Duncan, age 81 of Salem, passed away Sunday, January 7th at her home. Funeral services for Ruby Duncan will be Friday at 11 o'clock at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends will be Thursday afternoon and evening from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. at the Wilson Mortuary. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made in memory of Ruby Duncan to the children's ministry at Grace Community Church. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Ruby Evelyn Duncan of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Denton County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, serving Denton County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Denton County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It's now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street or call 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. A one-vehicle accident occurred Sunday morning at 6:30 in Texas County on Highway 63, 1 mile north of Licking. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2003 Dodge Neon being driven northbound by 53-year-old Gwendolyn Baker of Houston traveled off the right side of the roadway and struck a guardrail. Baker suffered minor injuries and was taken by ambulance to Texas County Memorial Hospital for treatment. The Dodge was totaled and removed from the scene by Jay's Towing. The report stated that Baker was wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. An accident occurred in Phelps County Saturday afternoon at 1:37 on I-44 at the 192-mile marker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2009 Chevy Impala driven westbound by 19-year-old Annabella Murphy of St. James crossed the center line, striking a 2024 Kenworth driven westbound by 49-year-old Tony Zabala of Henderson, Nevada. The Kenworth then traveled off the left side of the roadway and came to rest in the median. The Impala returned to the roadway, and a 2012 Buick Verano driven westbound by 19-year-old Addison Jones of Wilmette, Illinois, attempted to avoid hitting the Impala, but the Impala ended up striking the Buick. Both the Impala and Verano traveled off the right side of the roadway. Murphy suffered minor injuries and was transported by St. James Ambulance to Phelps Health. The Impala was totaled and removed from the scene by C&C Towing. The Kenworth was also totaled and removed from the scene by Big Boys Towing, and the Buick had only minor damage and was driven from the scene. Everyone involved were wearing seat restraints at the time of the accident. An accident occurred Friday night in Franklin County on westbound I-44 at the 245.6 mile marker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a 2013 Kia Optima driven westbound by 29-year-old Kyla DeSantis of Salem was going too fast for the road conditions. She lost control of the vehicle, which then went off the left side of the roadway, with the left front of the vehicle striking the median wall. The Kia then returned to the roadway and crossed I-44, exiting the roadway to the right, where the vehicle struck a ditch. DeStefanes suffered moderate injuries and was taken by Union Ambulance to the Mercy Hospital in Washington. DeStefanes was not wearing a seat restraint at the time of the accident. The Kia was totaled and left the scene. It was secured by the Highway Patrol. The Denton County Commission met this morning for their regular meeting at the courthouse. Denton County Treasurer Danita Williams gave the sales tax figures the county received from the state this month. In the General Revenue Fund and the Law Enforcement Sales Tax Fund, the county just received $98,823.09, which is down around $4,840 from the January 2023 receipts of $103,664.68. For the Road and Bridge Fund, the county received $45,679.68, and that is less than the 2023 January figure of $48,267 received. The jail operating and trust funds each received $91,781.07 this January, and that was less than the January 2023 receipts of $96,535.72. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Wes Mulberry said 3 trucks will be adding rock and 2 graders will be distributing those materials on Dent County Road 5450. He also said crews will be working on trucks once it starts to rain. District 2 Commissioner Gary Polk said brush will be cut on County Road 3300, while other men would perform a number of maintenance issues, including the work on tractor number 6, fixing a flat on County Truck number 22, before installing a spreader box and plow on that truck, and fixing a flat on the backhoe. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson said he was saddened to learn the Salem Area Chamber of Commerce Director, Tabitha Utley, will be leaving her position at the Chamber at the end of the month. The Chamber is currently taking applications looking for her replacement. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley said the final certification for all political subdivisions will be Tuesday, January 23rd, if they want something on the April municipal election ballot. At the last meeting, Corky Stack with AEA Design Engineering came in to talk with the Commission about the courthouse exterior repairs and lights. The next Commission meeting will be Thursday at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting is open to the public. The Salem Arty School District will hold an informational meeting in the Rotary Club room at the Armory on Thursday, January 11th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to share information regarding the Salem Arty School District initiatives for a bond issue and increase in the property tax operating levy that will be on the April ballot. According to a press release from Superintendent Dr. Lynn Reed, with the district having successfully completed most projects in their existing long-term facilities plan, the focus now lies on the replacement of William Lynch Elementary School, which is the major reason for a new $6 million bond issue. The approximate replacement cost for the school stands at $16 million, with an estimated cost of $375 to $400 per square foot for new construction. This would cause the district to reach its maximum bonding capacity of $9.5 million, which still depended on a FEMA grant. While still dependent on a FEMA grant. However, a silver lining emerged as the district secured a 90-10 FEMA grant where FEMA will pay 90% of the cost of a storm shelter shell, enabling the district to save approximately $4 million in construction costs, where a wing will be built at the upper elementary that will house approximately 8 classrooms. Additionally, the future acquisition of the Gott building, currently owned by SBU for $750,000, priced at $50 per square foot, is significantly lower than the new construction cost and would further aid the effort to find a cost-effective replacement for William Lynch. Once the FEMA addition is complete at the upper elementary and the Gott building is remodeled for the change, Salem Arty would relocate pre-kindergarten and kindergarten classes to the Gott building and first grade to the upper elementary, all at a fraction of the expense of constructing an entirely new building. The bond would not only purchase the Gott building, but provide funding for other capital projects, including the district's portion of the FEMA building, renovations at the Gott building to tailor it for an early childhood center, completion of the interior for the construction trades building, structural repairs to the that's the Ag building. And several smaller projects aimed at facility repairs. If passed, the increase in the debt service would be an additional 34 cents per $100 assessed valuation, bringing the new total to 79 cents per $100 assessed valuation. The school is looking to also increase the operating tax levy from the state minimum of $275 per $100 assessed valuation to $365 per $100 assessed valuation. This would allow the district to remain competitive with teacher salaries to other schools in the immediate area. Salem's base salary is $32,000, which is lower than 8 surrounding districts, and the assessed valuation per student for Salem is $75, the lowest among those 8 surrounding districts. Salem's support staff salaries had a 20% raise in the last 3 years, going from $8.86 to $10.87 per hour, but that is still below the state minimum wage by $1.43. This would allow the district to increase the support staff base as well. In the release, Ree says, to provide Salem students with an exceptional education that prepares them for the success after graduation, the district must have the best teachers available. With funding from the increased operating levy, the district will offer more competitive pay and benefits, improving our ability to recruit and retain high-quality teachers and staff. If both issues are passed, the citizens who pay Salem RE district taxes would see an increase of $1.24 per $100 assessed valuation to their tax bills, going from $3.20 to $4.24 per $100 assessed valuation. Anyone interested in learning more about the projects or how the funds are to be used is welcome to attend the meeting on Thursday. That has been local news and was brought to you by SBU Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem campus, contact admission counselor Chris Welch at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
The flu is back, so it's time to vaccinate. At SMDH Family Medicine, we know the importance of keeping you and your family healthy. Influenza vaccines are now available at our SMDH Family Medicine Clinic, so come by or call 729-8000 to see about receiving your flu shot. You can also visit our website at smdh.net for more information. Extended clinic hours are available and walk-ins are welcome. We are committed to every patient, every encounter, every time.
Progressive Ozark Bank is proud to announce a better way to manage your debit card fraud alerts. Instead of a phone call, customers will receive a message on their text-enabled numbers if there is a concern on a debit card transaction. It's fast and easy. Want to find out how you can get fraud text alerts on your phone? Drop by or call Progressive Ozark Bank for more information. Progressive Ozark Bank, FDIC insured, where people matter.
Save on everyday items with digital coupons at Country Mart. It's easy. Download the Town & Country Markets app and browse through a variety of digital coupons available and clip them to your account. You can also clip digital coupons online at tcmarkets.com. Shop at a store for your favorite items, then tell them your phone number at checkout, and the digital coupons will be deducted from your purchase automatically. Scan the QR code on the in-store flyer to learn more and start saving more today.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you by your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Boys Basketball Tigers will host the School of the Osage Indians tonight, starting at 5:30 with the JV contest, with the varsity game to follow at around 7 o'clock. The varsity game can be heard on KSMO radio and video streamed on KSMO Media. Salem enters the game with a 7-6 record, while Osage is 6-7 on the year. The Salem Lady Basketball Tigers will be in Kabul tonight to face the Lady Bulldogs with a JV game at 6, followed by the varsity contest. Salem is 4-11 on record and are 1-0 in the SCA Conference. Salem freshman boys lost to Waynesville last Thursday 40-30. The freshman record is now 4-5 on the season. The freshmen will have a rematch with the freshman Waynesville Tigers Thursday at Waynesville. Braden Shin scored in the 5th round of the shootout to give the St. Louis Blues a 2-1 win over Carolina Saturday night. Nathan Walker also scored for the Blues, who will host the Florida Panthers Tuesday night. The game will be delayed on KSMO starting at 8:30. Robert Thomas will represent the St. Louis Blues at the 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend from February 1st to 3rd at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. It is his first All-Star selection. The Georgia Bulldogs held off Missouri Saturday in each team's first SEC conference game and beat the Tigers at Mizzou Arena 75-68. Sean East II scored 18 points to lead Missouri, followed by Tamar Bates with 15 points and Aiden Shaw with 14 more. The Missouri basketball Tigers will be at Kentucky Tuesday night at 5:30. The game can be heard on KSMO Radio. Missouri's 8-6 on the year. The St. Louis Cardinals announced Friday they have acquired right-handed relief pitcher and former All-Star Andrew Kittredge from the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for outfielder Richie Palacios. The 33-year-old Kittredge has compiled a career mark of 18-7 with a 3.65 ERA in 7 seasons, all with Tampa Bay. The 6'1", 230-pound Washington native was an American League All-Star selection in 2021 when he appeared in a career-high 57 games and posted a 1.88 ERA in his 71.2 innings pitched. Harrison Butker kicked a 41-yard field goal with under a minute left to give Kansas City a 13-12 win over the LA Chargers. Chiefs finished the regular season with an 11-6 record. They will play Miami Saturday night at Arrowhead in a wild card weekend. Well, that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net. It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports being brought to you by your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem boys basketball Tigers will host the School of the Osage Indians tonight starting at 5:30 with the JV contest, with the varsity game to follow at around 7 o'clock. The varsity game can be heard on KSMO Radio and video streamed on KSMO Media. Salem enters the game with a 7-6 record, while Osage is 6-7 on the year. The Salem Lady Basketball Tigers will be in Kabul tonight to face the Lady Bulldogs with a JV game at 6, followed by the varsity contest. Salem is 4-11 on record and are 1-0 in the SCA Conference. Salem freshman boys lost to Waynesville last Thursday 40-30. The freshman record is now 4-5 on the season. The freshmen will have a rematch with the freshman Waynesville Tigers Thursday at Waynesville. Braden Shin scored in the 5th round of the shootout to give the St. Louis Blues a 2-1 win over Carolina Saturday night. Nathan Walker also scored for the Blues, who will host the Florida Panthers Tuesday night. The game will be delayed on KSMO starting at 8:30. Robert Thomas will represent the St. Louis Blues at the 2024 NHL All-Star Weekend from February 1st to 3rd at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto. It is his first All-Star selection. The Georgia Bulldogs held off Missouri Saturday in each team's first SEC conference game and beat the Tigers at Mizzou Arena 75-68. Sean East II scored 18 points to lead Missouri, followed by Tamar Bates with 15 points and Aiden Shaw with 14 more. The Missouri basketball Tigers will be at Kentucky Tuesday night at 5:30. The game can be heard on KSMO Radio. Missouri's 8-6 on the year. The St. Louis Cardinals announced Friday they have acquired right-handed relief pitcher and former All-Star Andrew Kittredge from the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for outfielder Richie Palacios. The 33-year-old Kittredge has compiled a career mark of 18-7 with a 3.65 ERA in 7 seasons, all with Tampa Bay. The 6'1", 230-pound Washington native was an American League All-Star selection in 2021 when he appeared in a career-high 57 games and posted a 1.88 ERA in his 71.2 innings pitched. Harrison Butker kicked a 41-yard field goal with under a minute left to give Kansas City a 13-12 win over the LA Chargers. Chiefs finished the regular season with an 11-6 record. They will play Miami Saturday night at Arrowhead in a wild card weekend. Well, that's been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Missouri Net Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. Harrison Butker's 41-yard field goal with less than a minute gave the Chiefs a 13-12 win over the Chargers. We'll get to the playoff scenario here in a moment, but with Kansas City resting most of their starters, Travis Kelce missed out on 1,000 yards receiving for the 8th straight year by just 16 yards. Andy Reid explains why he didn't play.
He is a humble guy. He didn't want to be selfish or come across as selfish. I mean, all the players want him to play, but I don't like the way it feels. He's not into that. He chose not to play. That's him.
But Chris Jones did play. He recorded a sack. He gets to 10.5, and a $1.2 million bonus kicked in.
You could see by the response of the players that it meant a bunch. Not only to him, but to the guys. They were all on board pulling for him. You know, that's a couple cheeseburgers right there that he made.
All right, so the Chiefs are the 3 seed. They will host 6th-seeded Miami in the AFC wildcard round Saturday night at 7. In the KC market, the game will air locally on NBC. Everywhere else, subscription-based streaming only on the Peacock network. The Mizzou Tigers quiet down the stretch Saturday in their 75-68 loss to Georgia at Mizzou Arena. The Tigers had a 2-point lead with 4.5 minutes to go, but they gave up a 9-0 run as Georgia gets the victory. Dennis Gates' Tigers have played in games where they were down 20, 19, and 18 to the Bulldogs.
We were able to have a lead and not come away or stretch the lead and put them into rest. You know, we only led for 3 minutes and 50 seconds of that game. We wasn't able to put them in distress. They played with the lead.
The Tigers visit number 6 Kentucky tomorrow, and the Mizzou women outscored 19-6 in the third quarter. They lose to Alabama 79-64. Other men's D1 games, Kansas City remains undefeated at home, 6-0 after beating Portland State. SEMO beat Bethel 71-61. Missouri State blown out at Bradley 86-60. SLU loses their third straight 79-67 to George Mason. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
RSV is a common respiratory virus that usually causes mild cold-like symptoms in the fall and winter. While most people recover in a week or two, RSV can cause serious infection in infants and adults over 60. The Missouri Immunization Coalition reminds you that RSV immunizations are here. This is the protection we've been waiting for. Talk to your healthcare provider about immunizations to protect against RSV. Visit moimmunize.org to learn more.
Every year, millions of people find a health plan at healthcare.gov during open enrollment. They enjoy more doctor visits, pick up prescriptions, and find the care they need. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 a month or less with financial help. Final deadline to enroll is January 16th. Healthcare.gov is here for millions like you, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Are you working way too hard for way too little? There's never been a better time to consider a career in IT. You could enjoy a recession-resistant career in a rewarding field with plenty of growth opportunities and often flexible work environments. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. You could start your new career in months, not years. Take classes online or on campus, and financial aid is available to qualified students, including the GI Bill. Now is the time. mycomputercareer.edu.
Have you seen Townscreen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem Community Center at the Armory, Aranda's Mexican Restaurant, and Taxmasters, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Townscreen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Townscreen in Salem.
Hi, Carrie Patton here from Town & Country Bank. We've got all the perks of a national bank, like online banking, quick loan approval, and you can even deposit your check from your phone. That's not why our customers love us, though. They love us because we still offer hometown customer service. Stop by one of our area locations and let our friendly team remind you how special hometown banking can be. Smart, friendly solutions. Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stay right here on KSMO Radio. We've got Missouri Net News coming up shortly. And then after the top of the 1 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Wofford & Wofford Plumbing can solve all of your septic problems. They have an electric sewer machine and camera to help locate and solve septic problems. Plus, they can handle all new construction, residential, and commercial plumbing, as well as repairs. Wofford & Wofford Plumbing. Call the office at 729-0014, and they can get you taken care of.
And just inside of half court, bang! Bang! At the buzzer! He climbed the elevator, caught it with two hands, and punched it on the way down. C. Scooped up, thrown up, off the backboard and in, and Missouri wins. This is your radio home for Mizzou basketball.
The bragging rights trophy is coming to Como, folks.
The Central Bank Tiger Network from Learfield.
Run out to the rim, and he flushed it.
Forests are important to the health of our environment, which is why Charmin is committed to helping keep forests as forests for generations to come. At Charmin, we make paper, but we love trees. That's why we protect forests by using Pulp Certified by the Forest Stewardship Council, regrowing at least 2 trees for every tree we use. And when forests are devastated by natural disasters, helping restore trees through the Arbor Day Foundation. So you can enjoy the go, but forests remain forests.
The cost of education can be a burden. That's why Missouri's Most 529 program was created, to help folks save for their loved one's education. Contributions to Most 529 accounts grow tax-free and are eligible for a state tax deduction of up to $16,000. Families can save for K-12, college, trade, or technical schools. To learn more, go to MissouriMost.org or type Most 529 into your search engine.
Sponsored by the Missouri State Treasurer's Office.
Missouri Net News, I'm Ashley Bird. Central and northern Missouri are in store for a snowy 48 hours. John Kurtz with the National Weather Service in Kansas City says a winter storm warning is in effect through 6 p.m. Tuesday for north central, northeast, and northwest Missouri. Other parts of the state, not south, are under a winter weather advisory through 6 p.m. Tuesday. That's an advisory.
Right now for central Missouri, we're looking at probably around 3 to 5 inches of snow. And then for northern Missouri, north central Missouri, get near Kirksville and towards the border, you could see anywhere from 7 to 12 inches of snow. As you get towards the border with Iowa, it's a good chance we might see a foot of snow in some places.
And northern Missouri Congressman Sam Graves wants to have new legislation in place by the fall to guide management of the Missouri and Mississippi rivers along with regulation of river barge traffic. You'll see more about the weather on MissouriNet.com. This is Missouri Net News.